Hello and welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. My name is Rebecca Felgate and today we are back at it again with the things you should not Google part 4. Heed my advice, fair viewers, you don't want to Google these things. Coming in at number 10, we have moldy food. Not the worst offender on this list for sure, but still pretty gross. I hate seeing food that's gone moldy. I hate it when I have food that has gone moldy, especially like a jar of jam or a tin of beans at the back of the fridge. Have you guys ever left a coffee cup out, forgotten about it, come home after a few days and then it's like, hello mold forest. Ugh. Mold is gross. Mold on things that I eat or drink, grosser. Some of the pictures out there display next level mold too, which is stop. Make it stop. Although it's natural, but gross. Coming in at number 9, not natural, still gross, we have Geisha Feet. Feet aren't my favourite thing at the best of times, but crippled feet as a result of cultural cruelty, definitely not my favourite. Maybe you should Google the process so you are culturally in the know about what these women went through for beauty standards, but at the same time, there is no need to search for the results for the actual images because, the pain. Yep, please don't do it unless you want to see some malformed tootsies. Let me explain. Chinese women would bind their feet so they remained small, which was a symbol of beauty and status. Girls aged just 4 would have their feet bound to stunt their growth and bend their toes under the main body of their feet. The practice was eventually banned, but there are still some women with truly messed up feet these days. Visually even worse, we have ballerina toes at number 8. Ballerinas look very graceful, svelte, composed and beautiful. The situation is categorically not the same inside those ballet shoes though. Sometimes they need extra padding inside to stop the feet bleeding out through the satin of the ballet shoe. Ballet has women dancing on point, which means dancing on tiptoes in wooden block shoes. Learning to dance on point is a grueling process, and feet, they bleed, it's gross, it's too much. There are some really scary things out there that live at the bottom of the ocean, and I guess it's a good thing that they live at the bottom of the ocean because we can't see them. Or we couldn't until divers with fancy cameras came along, and now we all know the horror that lurks beneath. Coming into number 7, the stuff of actual nightmares, the Humpback Anglerfish. What is wrong with its face and why does it hate me? I've got so many questions for this fish. Creepily, this lurking devil comes equipped with its own light source. It has a light up rod protruding from its head. Ugh, fish. Next, somebody who used a horrifying fish and then took it as part of some kind of fake disease circulated on the internet. At number 6, we have the Lamprey Disease. Lampreys are from your literal nightmares anyway, but Photoshop their horrible little fang faces onto body parts and pretend it's some kind of disease. That's just not fair. Stop it. Please stop it right now. A, you don't want to see this fish. B, you don't want to see the fake disease. They're both gross. You especially don't want to see this if you have trypophobia and if you just find fish a bit freaky. None of the good, literally. At number 5, we have real life Cyclops. Some are real, some are photoshopped, none are pleasant. You don't need to see a huge, weepy, barely seeing eye in the middle of a forehead. You don't need that from your day. You know what else you don't need to see today? Coming in at number 4, we have Cutaneous Horn. Horns that grow on people. Just help me. I can't. I don't think I can. No. I feel like you should never Google any skin conditions, but this one is especially grim. Cutaneous horns are keratinous skin tumours that look like horns. Keratin is the same material that makes up fingernails, so bear that in mind. The most stressful case of a cutaneous horn I've ever seen is on a woman named Liang from Sichuan in China. Please stop sprouting horns, I can't! Really fancy scaring yourself and increasing your sense of existential dread? No, I didn't think so. In which case, please don't Google Russia's military arsenal, because yes, it is bigger than the American military. Yes, they have more missiles. Yes, Vladimir Putin did say he could destroy America in 30 minutes or less. In fact, I would just avoid Googling the words World War III in general. If you don't enjoy constantly feeling a sense of impending doom, just steer clear of the topic. Please just Google rainbows and unicorns and puppies. Anyway, more from our mates in Russia. At number 2, we have the Russian sleep experiment. Now this is a creepypasta urban legend style thing, but the story goes that a group of not so ethically sound Soviet researchers wanted to test the effects of prolonged sleep deprivation. The pictures that go alongside the experiment of the supposed test victims are horrible. Fake, but horrible. Not fake, Very horrible, soul-crushingly so in fact. I've spent about an hour crying over this today, so please, please, please never ever Google this. We have the 9/11 jumpers. 3,000 people went to work on September the 11th, 2001 that never came home that day. As 2 hijacked planes smashed into the towers, only 4 people from the floors above the impact zone escaped. Unfortunately, there were no stairwells clear in the North Tower and just 1 in the South Tower. This led to a devastating option for a lot of people: jump or burn. I think it's best to protect these people's identities and never search for the images. They're just too sad. Oh, guys, I'm feeling bummed out now, so let's see some happy images. Okay, here's a puppy. Here is a puppy and a kitten. Here is a pig in a teacup. Ah, all better now. I feel like we could just take some deep breaths. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. Okay, I'm Rebecca Felgate. This has been the top 10 things you shouldn't Google part 4. Why not let me know some things I should Google, and they all need to be happy and fluffy and duck-like. Beaks! I like beaks. I don't like horns, but I like beaks. For now, I'm Rebecca Felgate. Make sure you give this video a good thumbs up, share it with a friend, stay subscribed to Most Amazing Top 10, and I promise I'll bring you a much happier, more glittery, unicorny list next.